Good afternoon. My name is Rachel Silberstein. I'm the education reporter for the Albany Times-Union. It's Thursday, which means we're here talking about education in light of the COVID-19 health crisis. So first of all, I just wanted to preface our discussion with our guests with just some information. This month, the entire month of June, it's usually a very exciting month for seniors in high school. This year, we know that because of the crisis, high school graduations have been canceled, and a lot of high school seniors are missing out on a lot of those milestones that surround graduation. So the Times-Union wanted to honor the class of 2020 by highlighting some really exceptional high school seniors that are doing cool things. And today we're going to be talking to 5 high school students. They are members of student government at Shaker High School, and they are just some of the students that run and operate and fundraise for the Shaker Food Pantry, which is a completely student-run high school food pantry that helps families in need. I think in 2016 or 2017, they realized there was like a growing need, a larger number of students in the district who, have free and reduced lunch. And so that they decided to fill that need by creating a completely student-run backpack program where they provide food to their peers in an anonymous way. So thank you guys so much for joining me. It's great to have you. First, I guess we'll start with Aiden, who has, a role in during the school year. Can you tell me a little bit about how it works and sort of the management, the day-to-day operations of the food pantry?
Yeah, so every day, usually we have something that we stay after for. I usually stay after every day during the week when we're not in this quarantine to just organize, bring any food donations we do get. And it takes like 30 minutes, maybe, I think. But on Thursdays, when we have the most important day of the week for the food pantry, where a group of kids, usually myself or one of my other representatives for the food pantry, are there with a few other kids that help pack the bags for the families. And we have lists to help, and it's fun sometimes, just helping the community with that.
So that's kind of changed now that schools are shut down and nobody's going into the building. But there's still families in the community that there's just no way to get the food to them. So tell me sort of what changed. Maz, could you tell me about like how you guys have adjusted and shifted to after schools closed?
Yeah, so we have help from our Dean, Mr. Kucher, to get all the food we already had out. But now, since that supply is dwindling because we can't get any more food, we decided to focus on just getting donations through GoFundMe. So then we can buy gift cards or buy food and then supply those to students in need. So we set up a GoFundMe page. I usually handle the updates and talking to donators. We started that, I think, 4 weeks ago or maybe 3 weeks ago. Our goal was $10,000, and we're almost at that, at $9,000 and about $400.
That's amazing, and that's really like, does that sort of meet the need? Have you seen that the requests for meals has grown since the school shut down and people were losing their jobs and stuff?
Yeah, we've seen that we can't, because of COVID, we can't fundraise for food drives. So our supply is really low, so we have to find different ways to give back.
Gotcha. And Michaela, I know you've been kind of the PR person for the group. So how are you guys hoping to expand the resources that you offer and sort of expand the reach of the food pantry?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically what happened was we were trying to raise money, and we knew that we needed to reach out to our community. We're so lucky to live in a place where so many people are willing to help one another. So that was when I decided to reach out to News Channel 13, who was so amazing and was so excited to air our passion and our story and our mission for this, for our food pantry. And I can definitely say that through News Channel 13, just our entire student government, our social media platforms, and so many other people in our community have been so, I can just speak on behalf of our entire student government that we're truly overwhelmed by the generosity of our entire community. And yeah, we're so close to our goal, and it's been so amazing to just be able to know that what we're doing can make a difference in people's lives. And that's really been important to all of us.
And I read that you guys are trying to think about how to expand maybe beyond the borders of North Colony School District, because there's just such a great need right now in light of the crisis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amina, so tell me, you do like a little bit of everything, right? You've been kind of, tell me like how, like from start to finish, students have like, you know, started, they gather the food, they pack the bags and ensure that they get to people. Can you tell me a little bit about the process?
So we, as students, are given the task to pack the bags. So we have like a little list in front of our door that has all the stuff that goes in the bags. And then we have like some bags that need to be packed separately for birthdays, or if they have been requested for like maybe a duffel bag for a bigger family. So the students at the high school are in charge of like packing.
Oh, I think we're losing you for a second. Sorry, you're frozen. So how about we come back to you? And Sophie, tell me, she actually mentioned the birthday program. Can you tell me about the birthday program that you started?
Yeah, of course. So this was a program that was started at the end of last year. And to me personally, growing up, birthdays have always been a huge part of my life as a kid. Even if we didn't do anything big or super exciting, it was always really nice just to have a day that's, you know, all for you, just to be celebrated. And so I wanted every student in our Shaker community to be able to have a day that's for them and to be able to feel this day that's just appreciation and something special. So I spoke with Mrs. Morgan and our other food pantry coordinators to start a program where we ask for donations specifically of cake mix, frosting, candles, any other birthday party essentials. And on each student's birthday month, at the start of that month, they'll get a bag containing all these birthday party essentials so that every student is able to have, you know, the necessities to throw a birthday party or just do something special for their special day.
Awesome. So Amina, since you're back on, can you tell me, does this only serve high school students like your peers, or is it like elementary school, middle school?
Yes, we have attentioned our like backpacks to the elementary schools also. So we do separate bags for the elementary schools, and the teachers do drop them off both at the high school and at the elementary school.
Wow, so you're really like running a full backpack program.
Yeah, so like as Aiden said, we're basically after school every single day, even though Thursday is just designated for food pantry.
Wow. It must be challenging. So how has that sort of changed now that you guys can't go and can't see each other face to face?
It's very different right now. That's why we've tried to contact a lot of our deans and our teachers just to see like how they can do the job for us, because our like safety is at risk too. So we have emptied out our pantry almost, if I can ask Sarah that, to give out all the stuff we have, because we don't want to come back to an expired food pantry. So we've tried to get rid of all that stuff, and we've opened this GoFundMe page so that we can start off fresh and strong next year.
So first of all, I just want to tell, if people are watching on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, you can post questions in the comments and I'll get to these lovely students who are spending the end of their senior year thinking about other people instead of themselves. It must be kind of a bummer to find out that, I don't know, is Shaker having a virtual graduation, or are they trying to do something a little later? How's that working?
We're having
jump in.
a drive-by.
Oh, a drive-through graduation.
Yeah, a drive-by graduation later this month.
Okay, so it's not the same as like getting your diploma and the whole like pomp and ceremony, but it seems like, so why did you guys decide to like turn this into, you know, focus on other people and people who might be in a worse position than you?
Oh, I can take that. I first got the information from our beautiful teacher advisor. We call her Sra. She just sent me a picture of all the people at Schenectady just lined up and and just waiting to get food just for like a normal daily serving. And so then I thought about the food pantry we have and working in it every single day. I realized, hey, a lot of our food's going to expire. So like we should do something with that. So then this is how I like contacted our other coordinators and all the other students at the student government, and we really worked this out.
Awesome. Yeah, we're definitely going to post the link to the fundraiser on our page so that people can donate. And
Thank you.
what you guys are doing is really, really cool. Have you gotten any like feedback from families? Have you gotten like more outreach of people saying, requesting backpacks or lunches?
I think that's something that we have to see now ongoing to the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just honestly, like, we're just so overwhelmed with just like thankfulness and gratitude. Like, this is like, we can't believe this is actually happening right now.
Yeah, it's amazing. So what else? Tell me about, what are some of the challenges that you encountered in trying to deliver, like compile backpacks and deliver meals virtually? Like, what were some of the logistical hurdles that you had to overcome to figure out how to make it happen? I mean, remotely, like from afar, because you couldn't be in one room. Maz, do you want to jump in? I don't know.
Yes. So most of the people who are actually involved with transporting the meals are staff members. Our dean, Mr. Kucher, is handling most of that. He's been really helpful. We've been communicating him for this entire dilemma, the entire epidemic, and we've like at least emailed him like maybe 100 times, honestly. So many emails, and I think without our administration, it wouldn't be possible. So it's really thanks to them.
All right. Is there anything else you guys have like talked about? Like, how often do you guys meet? How do you plan? This is probably like quite a planning initiative. You probably have to meet all the time and like strategize for how to deal with the next crisis.
Yeah, so we have like a little group chat, just the three of us coordinators, and then we have a bigger one for all of the student government we call ambassadors. And then we have our secretary who emails out to the bigger group of student government and just displays all the information. And now like social media outreach is a really big thing. So now meeting more, it's like virtually, it's a more bigger thing than meeting at school.
So, okay, so initially you dated the food pantry, the leftover food from the pantry that was just sort of sitting there. You donated it, was it to Schenectady because you saw the lines and stuff?
So we got the inspiration from Schenectady, but our priorities first was local communities and our students, because our students are over 40 families depend on that food pantry. So just like thinking of the expiration dates, like 2020, like early 2021, it was really important to get that stuff out to the community first.
So what happens in the summer? I know now you have bus drivers that are delivering food around the community. Are bus drivers available to continue to do that through the summer?
I think that's something that we have to work on too, because we are still like fundraising and raising money for like to get new goods.
So you're still, it's a constant, you constantly need to replenish. There's always a demand for more supplies. And so you said you partner with Hannaford though. Can you tell me like what some corporate sponsors have done for you guys?
Yeah, so one of our students, Cameron, he did a really amazing job and contacted Hannaford. And then we got, I think it was around 500 boxes. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sarah. And we got Hannaford to deliver us. So basically what was in the box was like 3 canned, so it was like meats, vegetables, and fruits, and then an oats meal box. And so then we honestly, we didn't have enough space for it. So we put it in different classrooms around our language department. So it was a mess, but it was a good mess.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
Yes. So we did get that from Hannaford. So big thanks to Hannaford. And that's basically what we wanted to give out to the community. Those foods were running out, and yeah.
It sounds like you have how many kids would you say in your class are part of this effort and volunteer their time and resources?
I think we have actual physical, like around a group of 10 to 15 that come and pack the bags. And then we have like a bigger group, I can't even count, of like the planning and the advertising and the contacting and and all that stuff.
Was there a point when you were worried that you wouldn't be able to sustain the food pantry because all the resources were being depleted?
Oh no.
No. Definitely, you're going to make it happen at all
Yes.
costs. Gotcha. All right. Well, if anyone has any questions for these Shaker government representatives, feel free to post them on our 3 platforms where we stream these weekly Facebook Lives, Times Union Lives, I should say. You know, we'll pass them on because I think you guys are really cool, and I really think it's awesome what you're doing and the way you're spending your senior year. A lot of you guys are probably also thinking about college now and how that's going to work out. Can you talk to me just like about what that experience is like going into college and not knowing, you know, if you're going to be sitting in a classroom or it's remote? Like, do you guys want to talk about that?
I'll just put a little correction out here where actually none of us are seniors here.
Oh, you're not seniors. Okay.
No. So me, Michaela, and Sophie were juniors, and Maz and Aiden are sophomores.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so this is like a high school wide project that you guys are doing. Okay, awesome. Sorry, my mistake.
No problem.
Yeah, well, we are highlighting seniors in that in this week's Times Union on Sunday. We're going to be featuring some seniors who are like these Shaker High School student government.
But I'm not going to say that we don't have, like, a lot of our group is a lot of seniors that are really putting their time and effort during this hard times for them. So big shout out to them too.
Is it hard to do all this while you're juggling remote like school and classwork? Like, what's that been like for you guys?
Michaela,
I think it's really nice to have. Sorry, Avana.
No, I was just gonna say one of you guys should go for it.
Go for it.
I was going to say, I think honestly, it's really nice to have this student government community. It gives us a sense of normalcy during these very abnormal times. And it's really great to have a group of students that you can work together with to kind of create a bigger project that, you know, helped out such a greater community of people. It's really such an honor to be a part of such a hardworking and just a really, really great community of people. And it is very rewarding to see all of these efforts, you know, go towards helping the greater community. So I found that during the social distancing period, it's really almost a saving grace to have this student government community and these projects here to help us keep going.
Do you guys all second that? Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. It's also important, like, going off of what Sophie said, like, our student government, like, we're giving all these families food and like anything they need. But actually, just recently, a student reached out to us, was in need of a new pair of glasses, and we were so thrilled that we were able to give the students everything they needed. So that student obviously got their glasses, and it just goes to show that there's nothing that we're not trying to do to help our community. Like, we're trying to do everything we can to make sure that these families are getting through these times, because we know these are such unprecedented and difficult times, and we just want to do anything we can to make it easier and more manageable.
Lisa, do you want to chime in about like how it's been to watch, you know, your students really step up during a you know, global health crisis that, you know, has really just upended people's lives?
It's just been incredible. And almost daily, I have a Zoom meeting with all of these students. It's pretty funny because they're like, you got to turn the mic on. I have no idea how to use this. I've learned technology, but they inspire me. As a teacher in your home and you don't get to see the kids, it was tough. And all of them, I know we're doing the food pantry, but as a group, they've also done so many other activities virtually to keep the spirits of their community, their school up. And I know right now we don't have any seniors. In fact, a couple of the seniors that are key members of this are in AP meetings or student meetings. But I'll tell you right now, there's about 20 kids having a Zoom meeting right now, working on planning the virtual graduation, or not, well, it's not virtual, the graduation, the drive-by graduation, and they'll take a picture to send. But I want to tell you, over 20 kids right now just pouring their heart and soul into making everything better, including a ton of seniors. And like Michaela said, it just feels really great to give back. They all feel if they have a purpose, I believe it just makes them personally feel better and everybody else feel better than sitting home in your room and just feeling sorry for ourselves. And it's rewarding for us as well as helping out the community. And I'm so proud of these kids. I really, truly am. And I promise you, this is 100% them. They just have to, okay, can we do this? And of course, some days I'm like, one more thing. And I'm like, okay, of course you can. They always have ideas. It's very, very, very satisfying to see the youth do this for their communities.
One thing I was wondering is, by the time we get to middle school or high school, it must be hard for someone who's hungry or doesn't have food. It must be like kind of a embarrassing or self-conscious thing to ask for. What do you guys do to sort of protect sort of the dignity of people who might need a hand?
Well, I'll just quick answer. That's the part they don't really, it's all anonymous. So the teachers, if a student is in need, we try to put it out on all platforms. All they have to do is ask on the announcements. Our dean that they've been talking so highly about, Mr. Kuchar, does morning announcements. And every single morning he talks about the kids can drive up and get a meal at Shaker. They tell everybody, all you have to do is ask. And so we have a group of adults who take care of that part. So when they're packing bags, a student would only have a number on the backpack. We drop it off. And these students here don't know. They don't know who gets the food. That's all anonymous.
Gotcha. All right. Does anyone else want to add anything about like what's it been like, or some of the challenges, or how it felt, some of the feedback you've gotten from the community once you launched that fundraiser?
Yeah. So through the GoFundMe page, a lot of donors actually leave messages and comments. Probably like the day, just talking to donators, replying back to their comments, updating them. And it's really heartwarming seeing all the notifications they get for every donation. It just brings a smile to my face. So I just want to say thank you to all the donators.
Okay. All right. We have a Facebook commenter that says we should all be so proud of these kids, and we're going to post a link to the fundraiser there so people can donate. I just want to thank you all for joining me and for the good work that you're doing. It's really like, heartwarming and wonderful to see these like kind of crazy times.
Thank you for helping us with this. We really, I think on behalf of all of us, thank you so much. It really will mean so much to all of the North Colony families and all of our community.
Of course. All right. Thank you guys. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
You too.